Welcome back to Arise Entertainment 360. Our Shannon Lanier got a chance to speak with jazz singer Hilary Kole. Take a look.
She's already made a name for herself in the world of jazz, and now she's switching to pop. Here to tell us all about it is singer and songwriter Hilary Kole. Welcome to the show.
Hi, so good to be here.
I'm excited to have you here because you are adored and loved in the jazz world, but now you're switching to pop. Why?
Well, you know, for a lot of reasons. I love jazz. I always will sing jazz standards. I think that they're one of America's greatest exports. I think the music's really important. But I'm also, you know, young-ish, and I listen to other things, and I'm so influenced by the music of today. And I've always written music, so it's really been something that I've done for myself, and now maybe I'm finally brave enough to kind of put out there in the world.
All right, you're doing a great job. Your new single, Without You, is amazing.
Thank you.
Now, who are you telling off in this song? It's like, I'm going to be fine without you. I don't need you. Like,
let's just put it this way. I think that every artist puts things that they've gone through into their art, and I am no different, and I will just leave it at that.
Ooh, intriguing. Okay. So you also collaborated with Devin for to write this song. Tell me about working with Devin.
Devin Bing, he's a producer, a great singer. I went to Manhattan School of Music. He went to University of Miami, so we kind of had that in common, that we went to conservatory and have a lot of school behind our belts. And it was actually the first time I really collaborated with another songwriter, and it was very challenging and really exciting.
What made it challenging?
Well, I've never done it before, so I'm used to, you know, kind of getting the inspiration anytime I want. You know, 3 o'clock in the morning in my apartment, and I go to the piano. With Devin, it was kind of like, all right, we're going to work a Tuesday at 1 o'clock, and you better bring it. And so, but you know what? That's how you do it, and he's great, and I'm so happy with the result.
Well, you've been getting it done, but was the transition difficult? Because a lot of people aren't well received in 2 different genres.
Yeah, I think, you know, jazz is so complex and such a challenge that I think if you can do that, you can probably do everything. I'm sure some people might disagree with me, but you know, so far so good. Let's put it that way.
So do you think you'll have to create like a whole new fan base now? Because do a lot of jazz like aficionados really like pop?
That is a good question. I just did a show in New York at Iridium and had a lot of my fans there because it's primarily a jazz club. And I was very, very happy. I did about 5 or 6 of my own original tunes, including Without You. Devin was in the audience, and it was really wonderful to see how not just the audience reacted, but actually my own jazz musicians who were in my band kind of did them, and were really excited to work on it. So I think if it's good music, I think most people will at least be open to it.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well, are you afraid at all of all these little teeny boppers that are out there doing all the pop music, and the Justin Biebers and the Selena Gomez's of the world? It's like, now I got to compete against them?
Well, I actually think there's a huge gap, and I think that people, I would say our age, my age, you know,
21. Continue.
Yes, not 17 and not 50. Let's just say that there are very few female singers actually singing to those people, and those are the kinds of songs that I write. I never wrote bubblegum pop even when I was 15 years old. I write about real relationships and real things that real people, adults, go through. So hopefully I'll find that niche there, kind of in where like the people who listen to Michael Bublé will also kind of listen to this
Very
kind
true.
of stuff.
And I feel what you're saying about your music, because that's how I felt listening, especially to your newest single, Without You. I felt like you were going through something. You're telling us a story that a lot of people have gone through. At least they hope they have the courage to tell themselves these things like, yes, I can make it in my life, you know?
Absolutely. I actually had, at this last performance in New York, I had someone come up to me and say that they actually use this song and when they counsel people who are trying to get out of addiction.
Wow.
So I'm not even talking about relationships, but actual alcohol addiction and drug addiction. And he was using the lyrics to the song, and that was the biggest compliment I think I've ever gotten.
Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah,
I can see how that could translate to those people.
Absolutely.
So what do you need to write? Because I know you've been writing for years, so is it like a certain environment or a certain situation you need to go through?
I wish I knew. That'd make it so much easier. I really think you need, for me, I'm in this really creative time in my life. I just had my second child. He's 9 weeks old.
Which is unbelievable. Hello. Unbelievable.
Lots of spanks.
Continue.
And I've been really creative. It's my second child. I have a little girl who's about to turn 3, who's amazing.
Aww.
And although it's very tiring, it's also been an incredibly creative time because I just feel like they have satisfied something in me that was lacking before.
Yeah, well, you are creating more stuff. You're doing a new show for Songbirds, right? Tell us about Songbirds.
That's right. So I'm very lucky. I'm excited to go on tour for 2019-2020 season for orchestras around the country, doing basically the last 50 years of singer-songwriters that are only female singer-songwriters.
Wow, okay.
So we're talking about you know, some of the really, really great songs of the last 50 years, but only written by females. And let me tell you something, it's actually hard to find songs that are only written by women. A lot of them are co-written by men, including my single "Without You" with Devin.
Okay.
And not that there's anything wrong with that. We don't. We love male singer-songwriters too.
Yeah.
But I thought it was very special. And it was really a good time to kind of bring these other singers and songwriters into the forefront.
Well, who are some of the people you'll be covering? Like, give us maybe, if we don't know their name, maybe the song that they're known for.
Well, Joni Mitchell is a great writer that, you know, she did all of her own lyrics and all of her own music. So again, we'll do lots of Joni Mitchell.
Okay.
You know, there's so many, and Carole King, and there's just so many that I'm really excited about, and I probably might put a song or two of my own in that show.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
You've been writing.
Yeah,
it counts.
Right. Yeah, I am a female and I am a singer-songwriter. So.
Exactly. And I have to, you know, give a nod to you because you've actually performed at Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, all around the world. Where is the most memorable place that you've actually performed?
Oh man, I'm so lucky. I performed with many, many great people. Performing with and recording with Dave Brubeck was incredible with me, for me, an experience for me. But I would say the first time I ever sang at Carnegie Hall and walking out on that stage, I will never forget. I was.
What was going through your mind at that moment when you're looking at all those people and several tears?
Several tears. First of all, if you look out, it looks like an oil painting. You just can't believe it's real.
Right.
You know, because there are I think four balconies. Four levels, and you actually can't, you know, I was just kind of looking, which is probably the worst thing that anyone could ever do, first time out. And you feel like you're almost in outer space because it's black, and then you just have this spotlight on you, and it's just this magical moment where you kind of are like, oh, this is it. This is exactly what I've always wanted, and it's this fleeting moment, and I'm lucky to have had other moments too, but that first time is very, very special.
It is special. Well, people are going to get a special performance from you this weekend, Mother's Day weekend.
Yep.
Tell us about that performance.
Well, I'm going to be performing my new stuff, and I'm very, very excited once again.
All right, and everybody can get your music wherever music is sold. Make sure you download it.
Yes.
The new album.
New album, everything, HilaryKole.com. It's Hilary with one L and Kole with a K, just to be really, really hard.
There you go.
HilaryKole.com. But of course, iTunes and Amazon, and I'm everywhere.
Exactly. Well, thank you for being here as well.
Thank you so much.
All right. Arise 360. We'll be right back.